Next case, Nimit has been associated with Superb Coaching Classes, SCC, as an independent trainer for the past 10 years. He signs a yearly contract with SCC every year in April. According to the contract signed in April 2022, Nimit was being paid 1,50,000 per month as per the minimum guarantee of 100 hours per month at 1,500 per hour. At the end of the year, he was asked to pay 2,25,000 as SSC could not provide the 100 classes per month to Nimit. Overall, there was a deficit of 150 hours out of a total of 1,200 hours in the year. So he was being paid 1,500 rupees per hour. The contract was for 100 hours. Now the coaching institute could not provide the 100 classes per month. So there was a shortage of 150 hours. They're asking him to pay back the hours of classes that he hasn't taught. Given the above context, what is the first thing Nimit should do? Suddenly he's been asked, pay back 2,25,000 because you've not taken 100 hours. There's a shortage of 150 hours in the entire year. Okay, and he reads that. What should he do first? Refuse to pay the money under any circumstances? Pay the whole amount as he didn't work for those 150 hours? Negotiate with the management to pay some part? Yeah, 1,25,000 I'll pay. I won't pay 2,25,000. Is that what he should do? Check the contract with regard to the deficit. Is there a provision in the contract? If he refuses to take the 100 class hours, it's his fault. If the institute isn't giving you that many classes because it doesn't have that many classes, is there a clause in the contract which says if you do not take 100 classes for whatever reason, our inability to give those classes or your inability to take, or either both, you have to give back. You only will get paid for the number of hours of classes you've taught. The extra hours for which we paid you at the beginning of the year in the contract, that will not work if you take less. Whatever classes less you have taken, if we also do not give you the classes, that money has to be paid back. Is that clause given there? If it is there, then he has to pay back. So first thing he has to do is check, is that clause there? Did they mention this in the first place, or did they suddenly come out of the blue to save that money for themselves? That's the first thing he should do. Okay. Now, he's checked. Okay, and what did he find? He checked his contract. He found there's no such clause for payment in case of deficit of the number of hours. He approached the HR department and told them he is not liable to pay. The HR department doesn't take it well. It tells him that his contract will not be renewed for the next year if he doesn't pay the deficit amount. What is the most beneficial course of action for him? Obviously, he would want to renew the contract, right? He's been working with them for the last 10 years. So he would want to. So what is the beneficial course which will be win-win for both? Threaten the HR of legal action, that will take legal action against the company, write bad reviews about SCC on all employment websites, write an email to the HR with the copy of the contract. Yeah, dekho, this was not there in the contract. How come you are asking me to do something which is not part of the contract? I am abiding by the contract. You are going by the contract. When this clause is not there in the contract, how are you asking me to pay? So that is the first step. Let's see what the HR responds, or what is the HR's response, and then we'll take it up from there. So the most logical course of action for him would be obviously D.